If you're a developer, you know this struggle. You want to build an amazing, super fast app, right? But you also need it to run everywhere, on iOS, Android, Windows, you name it. For years, that meant you were stuck with a tough choice. Either you juggle a bunch of different code bases for each platform, which is a total headache, or you end up sacrificing the raw speed you need for modern data-heavy apps. But what if you didn't have to choose? Well, a new era in app development is here, and it's tackling that exact problem head-on.
So here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with the old dilemma, the way things used to be. Then we'll see how new frameworks are bringing the app world together. After that, we're going to put them to the test in a high-speed data showdown. And finally, we'll look at what this all means for the future of, well, everything. All right, let's set the stage. For the longest time, building an app that worked on multiple platforms was, let's just say it was a messy business, filled with some major frustrations.
And this slide just says it all, doesn't it? Over on the left, you've got the old way with a framework called Xamarin. Just look at all those different projects. You had one for your shared code, then another for Android, another for iOS. Each one had its own folder for things like images, which meant you were constantly resizing and managing assets for every single platform. It was complicated, it was repetitive, and honestly, it was just a drag. Now look at the right. That's the new way. One single, clean project. So much.
But cleaning up the project folder was only half the battle. The other massive challenge, especially for web apps and tools that visualize a lot of data, has always been performance. I mean, what good is your beautiful app if it slows to a crawl the moment it has to actually crunch some numbers? And the answer to that question often boils down to the programming language you use. A lot of web and data science tools are built with interpreted languages like Python and JavaScript. They're super flexible, but they carry some performance baggage. Python, for instance, has the infamous global interpreter lock, which basically means only one thread can run at a time. It's like having a multi-lane highway that narrows down to a single toll booth. And JavaScript is also single-threaded at its core. On the flip side, you've got compiled languages like C#. These get turned into code that's almost as fast as native machine code, and that opens up the door to incredibly powerful features like concurrency, letting you run tasks on multiple CPU cores at the exact same time. Okay, so how do we fix that first problem, the fragmentation mess? Well, say hello to .NET MAUI. This is Microsoft's huge step toward that holy grail of write once, run anywhere. So what is .NET MAUI really? At its heart, it's a framework that lets developers use just one language, C#, and one single project to build apps that run as native applications on all the big platforms. And I want to stress that word, native. This isn't some clunky web app pretending to be a desktop app. We're talking real native performance with full access to all the device's features.
And this is so important to understand. MAUI is way more than just a cleanup of the old system. It's a complete rethink of the architecture. The old Xamarin way used these rigid things called renderers, but MAUI uses a new, much more flexible approach with handlers. Think of it like swapping out clunky, glued-together parts for a set of universal Lego bricks. It makes the whole system more efficient, faster to start up, and way easier to customize. This layered architecture is really the secret sauce to how it all works. You, the developer, get to write your code at the very top layer, talking to one simple .NET MAUI API. Then, the framework does all the heavy lifting, translating that code down through the layers into the specific language that Android, iOS, or Windows understands. It keeps things separated so you can just focus on building your app, not on the weird quirks of each platform. And look, this isn't just theory. This technology was put to the test in the real world. It was used to build a full-on management application for the Omiro Tactile Museum in Italy. So we know for a fact that these benefits aren't just on paper. They work in actual practical projects. Okay, so .NET MAUI clearly solves the platform problem. Awesome. But what about that second big challenge we talked about, speed? What happens when you take this shiny new unified framework and ask it to visualize and work with really complex data? To find out, researchers use something called an OLAP cube. The easiest way to think of it is like a spreadsheet on steroids. It's a data structure that's built for business intelligence, and it lets you slice, dice, and analyze huge amounts of data from all sorts of different angles really fast. It's basically the perfect stress test for performance. And this all sets up our main event. On one side, we have C#, the compiled language powering this new unified MAUI framework. And on the other, we have Python, the undisputed champion in the world of data science. So the big question is, which one is actually faster when you put them head-to-head on a real-world data task? And that brings us to the showdown. Researchers built the exact same data visualization tool twice,
once in Python and once in C#, to see which one would come out on top in a pure speed race.
Okay, here's the raw data from the experiment. They used a dataset with over 30,000 records and measured how long it took to do a bunch of common tasks, like loading the data, running calculations, drilling down, filtering, and making a plot. And you'll see 3 columns here: Python, a standard version of C#, and then a special C# version that uses concurrency to split up the work.
Now, I know a table of numbers can make your eyes glaze over. This bar chart tells the story much better. This is the total time it took to do everything. Python finished in just under 200 seconds. The standard C# was already faster, at 188. But just look at the concurrent C# version. It finished the whole thing in only 154 seconds. The takeaway is crystal clear. C# is faster, and when you let it use all the cores on a processor, that lead gets even bigger.
Now, let's zoom in a bit. This chart shows the time spent only on the really heavy calculations, the real number crunching part. And here, the difference is just staggering. Python took about 118 seconds. Standard C# did it in 101. But the concurrent C# version absolutely crushed it, finishing in just 87 seconds. This is where compiled code and parallel processing really shine.
And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. The lead researcher, Daniel Seligovsky, summed it up perfectly. He said, "We found that utilizing C# over Python not only resulted in a reduced runtime, but applying concurrency also greatly increased performance. The data speaks for itself." So what does all of this mean for the future? We've seen how frameworks like Maui can bring all our platforms together, and we've seen how compiled languages like C# can deliver some serious speed. Well, the final piece of the puzzle is all about bringing that power to the web. And that piece is called WebAssembly, or WASM for short. You can think of it as the 4th language of the web, right alongside HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It's a special format that lets web browsers run code written in languages like C# at almost the same speed as a native desktop app. All that incredible performance we just saw in our C# test, WASM brings that power right into your browser.
So when you put it all together, the picture becomes incredibly clear. You have .NET MAUI letting you build from a single codebase that runs natively on every device, and you have WebAssembly letting that exact same high-performance C# code run natively inside a web browser. The old dream of building one single fast application that truly runs everywhere? Well, it's not a dream anymore.
Which leaves us with one final big question. We live in an age of data. Our apps are getting more complex, more powerful, and more demanding every single day. As that trend continues, is it possible that the sheer performance benefits of compiled languages, delivered through technologies like WebAssembly, will make them the new standard, not just for our devices, but for the web itself? Definitely something to think about.